Let's start with your reading, Aries. Today, we are going to look into your recent past, current energies, and near future, and then we will immediately clarify in order to find out more details about your messages. Now, let's start right away with your reading. Okay. All right. The main energy for the reading today is the moon. And I have to say right away that there are a lot of opposite meanings in this reading, as if in this situation, nothing really is what it seems. And it is confirmed by the moon as the main energy, which tells us that there are a lot of things here which are hidden, intentions and feelings that are not currently revealed for some reason. We see two versions of the truth, two realities. We see love and indifference, push and pulls, and two different paths running right next to each other, but struggling to merge or struggling to find a point of contact. Very weird reading indeed for you today, Aries. Let's see what this is about. In the recent past, we have the Two of Wands and the Star. You know, we see someone here who really wanted something. Someone who fought for it, made time for it, made it clear that they were not playing games. And then all of a sudden, they might have turned their back to it and distanced themselves from it. Whether they did so directly or they did so by putting the other person in a position of pushing them away. The Two of Wands talks about distance, talks about looking elsewhere once they got what they wanted. Why? What happened here? We'll see what was the reason behind all of this when we clarify. In the present, current energies, we see the Ten of Wands and Three of Wands. Again, opposite meanings. What we see is that there is a lot of distance in between the two of you right now. That's for sure. But also a lot of distance in between what someone is telling themselves and what their heart is feeling instead. It could be you or the other person, but what I definitely see is that whomever this is, they're trying to find a way to reach out and talk. But there is an obstacle. There is a roadblock right here. It's never easy to revisit situations from the past, especially if you were the one who walked away and didn't give this a real chance. We'll see if this Three of Wands eventually will turn up right and will solve whatever obstacle is along the way right now. In the near future, we have the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. Once again, opposite meanings. Someone very open and confident, and someone very guarded and fearful. You know, the Nine of Wands, as you might of course know, comes after the Eight of Wands, the card of messages and communication coming in. It looks like action is definitely going to be taken at this point, and it will really put you in a position of not knowing what the hell to do next. It looks like your body is fighting the need for this conversation, trying to block it or at least delay it, as much as possible. But your intuition, your heart are just telling you, nope, you need this. Don't underestimate the importance of this. Don't block it. Have you been wondering why you can't fully move on from this? This is why. Something brings you back to this, and we'll have to find out why. All right, so let's do this. Let's start clarifying, Aries, and let's begin with your recent past. Let's do 3 shuffles, and then we'll start. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Wands, what? And the Tower. again, we keep getting this mixed messages that at a first glance don't make sense, but by looking into them more, we definitely see what was going on here. The main thing that I see here is that someone seemed to be very, very in their head about this situation. They were not fully able to just enjoying the moment. Instead, they constantly try to figure things out. Little details of things that potentially were not important at all. Something on the lines of, why did my person say that? Why did they use that tone? Why are they looking at their phone? Is this going to be over soon? With the Tower, it feels like that destructive moment is always around the corner. And right here with the Page of Wands, this person was obsessing over this, even when maybe it was not, they didn't have any real reason to obsess over it. I feel that with the Queen of Pentacles, some of these people that you were dealing with, for some of you, your person was actually very vocal about this. But for most of you, instead, they were trying to keep everything inside, and you would just see them changing all of a sudden. To you, it didn't make sense. But now you see what this was about. It's as if here, someone was manifesting the end of this because of the fear that they had that this was going to end. So the main issue here appears to be the fact that although this person really wanted this, they were not ready to receive it. As I usually say, it's not enough to meet the right person, to receive the right opportunity. You also have to be the right person. You also have to be ready to receive it, and they were not. So let's now see what's going on in the present. Let's clarify the current energies. Okay. Oof. Death, Two of Swords. And Ace of Cups. Right here, it's clear that although something feels completely over, death, someone is going to take action very soon. Ace of Cups. The opposite of what it seems to be. But first, there is a Two of Swords in the middle. There is a decision, there is indecision. There is a lot that needs to be worked out. The both of you are still working through the pain that this left behind. Still trying to find a meaning to it. And someone feels as though the only way to find the meaning is by talking with the other person. Because there are a lot of unanswered questions, The main issue that I see at this point is that the other person, potentially you, Aries, is just tired of waiting, tired of living in this waiting state, and you are more focused on moving on other than putting yourself in this position again. Seven of Wands, you are creating boundaries now, and you are really wanting to protect yourself, protect your emotional sphere and your expectations. And this is really good, actually. You have this awareness of the fact that this person always comes in without, consistency, If you start texting with them, start a conversation, you already know that as usual, they're going to take their sweet time replying back. And you don't want to experience that anxiety of the wait in between messages. Just to mention one of the issues, one of the wait elements that you have to deal with whenever you deal with this person. They have a history to appear and disappear like magic. And you clearly don't want to go through that again. This person has a double challenge in front of them. Initiating the conversation while getting rid of the obstacle and earn your trust once again. So let's see what's going on in the near future. Ace of Wands. I see someone potentially making a move, but let's see. Let's clarify the near future. Two of Wands, okay. 10 of Wands. Wands talk all about action. So Ten of Pentacles. What? And the World. All right. Ace of Swords. It's clear that this conversation needs to happen, or this cycle will not be over. There is a need to talk, not necessarily because the two of you have to go back together, but there is something that needs to be said, something that needs to be worked out, or you will risk to carry this with you to the next relationships. Aries, there is clearly communication coming your way, an opportunity to just get something off your chest and get answers to some of the questions that you do still have. All I see so far is that if you let this happen, it will be beneficiary for you in the long run. Not sure why yet, but we'll try to figure that out next. The advice so far is to go in without expectations, without hopes at all. Just going in knowing that you are in control, and that if something or someone is not good for you, they won't be able to pull you back because you will not allow them, regardless of the love that you might still share with this person. As usual, as I usually say, put yourself first and you're going to be just fine. I hope this message was clear, Aries, because it's clearly trying to prepare you for what's coming next. Not just with this person, honestly, but also for whatever might be coming after them. So now, let's keep going with the messages to see what this conversation might be about. I want to flip the reading and look into the incoming energy to see if there is something that you should know about it before you let yourself revisit it one last time. Also, where is this going to lead you to in the future? Let's see what you have coming up ahead in the next few months and what you should be looking forward to, Aries. If you want to dive deeper into the messages with me, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box, Aries. Also, don't forget that every single week, I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal live 45-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Aries. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events is the Ten of Cups. And I don't know how to feel about this card. The Ten of Cups talks about, joy, happiness, reunion, feeling just good, feeling the love. Enjoying that love connection that it's clearly very, very powerful. But I have to say, this feels very quick to me. I would love to just throw around words like happily ever after, reunion, happiness, growth. But in this specific reading, we've seen that nothing is what it seems at first. So we'll have to be very careful about this Ten of Cups. We see the potential, we see what you're headed towards in general, because that's what the bridging energy talks about. But is it going to be with this person, or is it going to be without this person? Overall, I like to see this energy. I like to see we have 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. We clearly have some sort of new beginning, and it's important for you to understand what the real beginning is, so that you don't get caught in a false start, okay? So, let's see then. I see the King of Pentacles here once again. Yeah, I definitely like the direction of this, but it's like there is a lot of fog around you, and it's very, very easy to get lost in this and just getting to a different path that will take you not here at all, not here at all, not here at all. So let's see then. Let's first of all look into this conversation, right? We wanted to flip the reading and see what's going on the other end with this incoming energy. Let's see what you have coming up in the next few weeks, in the next few months, in the near future. Nine of Wands, Eight of Cups. Oh, okay. All right. Very, very important message over here, because as we've seen up to this point, something is looking in a way which in this case is actually going to look very beautiful, but you need to look into the motivations behind it. You need to look into the context around it. And this is why. We see how right here, first of all, someone is wanting